Aggressive mini cutting part 3, how I went from this to this and how these people went from this to this in 4 to 6 weeks. You guys had lots of questions and I'm here to answer them. First question, what would I consider an aggressive caloric deficit? Now, most people, if they're losing at a rate of 2 pounds per week, it's gonna be pretty aggressive. So I would say anything in the 1,000 calorie plus range. Some people will take this as low as 700, but in my opinion, that's just a regular cut. Question number 2, isn't this just keto? When I try to cut my carbs this low, I end up very flat and it looks like I'm just losing muscle. Point number 1, you are not losing muscle, you are losing glycogen, and that's what makes your muscles appear smaller during this time. Point number 2, so long as your gym performance is staying up, you are maintaining that muscle, so you just need to get out of your own head and understand that this is just part of the process. Point number 3, even though you might not look quite as muscular throughout the process, the minute you decide to increase your calories after the aggressive cut is over, you will see the fat that you lost and how much muscle is underneath. As a side note, I've had a lot of people reaching out to me recently about peaking for photo shoots or bodybuilding competitions. Now, the reason that I don't necessarily want to put out a video right now about it is because of the fact that this can be highly individualized depending on the person's situation. But if this is a service that you guys would like me to add on to my coaching, just taking you guys through peak weeks, I can definitely do that. Question number 3, can you do this for 4 to 6 weeks even if you have a lot of fat to lose? Here's the thing about aggressive dieting for people who are very overweight. If you're very overweight, you probably have struggled in the past to even lose weight in the first place. So going super aggressive might not be the best option for you because it might lead to rebounds. If that's something you struggle with in the past, this yo-yo dieting type nature, aggressive cutting probably isn't for you. However, you can apply a lot of the principles from aggressive cutting, just allow yourself to have a little bit more calories so that you're not finding yourself going up and down all the time. Question number 4, does cardio after weightlifting decrease hypertrophy and strength gains? The answer is, it depends. If this cardio is intense enough that it's causing you to have less productive work sessions, then yes, it will. However, if you keep your cardio sessions low intensity, this should not be an issue. That's why one of my favorite ways to do my cardio is just putting the treadmill on an incline and walking while watching a TV show, being on my phone, answering questions, talking to you guys. Question number 5, can you extend this further than 6 weeks if you incorporate a few refeeds? I do not suggest it, simply because of the fact that sometimes a refeed isn't enough to get your hormonal profile up. So what I would say is set aside the time, do it through, don't worry about refeeds, and then give yourself full refeed where you're actually coming back up to maintenance and stay there for at least a few weeks before you decide what you're going to do next.